Man, I love texting. I love how we as a society evolved to texting because it cuts off human contact. And for people with social anxiety, this is amazing. Voice messages are always good when you can type, you just start recording and then you talk, or you can do something else where you still can answer your friend. This is amazing. It's the peak of technology. But then we ruined it because human beings ruin everything. Eventually we stop learning how to write. It's not that you can't write, you choose not to write properly. This is what pisses me off. I'm a bit of grammar police. I know, I don't deny it. I am annoying. Not only that, we stop learning how to have a proper conversation. As I said, this is good when you're very socially awkward, you just text. But I heard people are now flirting in person, asking for the Instagram. I don't flirt, mainly because I don't know how, but it's another video. But you're in person, you're already there. If you want something to happen, why don't you start there? If you have the guts to go to a person, ask for her Instagram, why don't you just get also the courage to like a cup of coffee? And if you don't like coffee, who the hell are you? But not only that, we're having a normal conversation in a group of friends out of nowhere. Where a person stops to show me a video. Is the video related to anything that we're talking? No, it just stopped the whole conversation to watch a video and then I get interrupted. Other people get interrupted, but I'm talking about my point of view and I'm special. No, I'm not. I got tested on me. Which also happens during tasks. We're discussing an essay, we're discussing something about work. Out of nowhere, a person comes with a video and suddenly everybody forgets about what we're talking. But the worst thing for me that texting brought us is demanding instant answers. People have a life outside their phones. If you don't know that people have a life outside their phones, you'll stay in your phone way too much, and I know it's not old, but you should be used to it by now. Clearly, I'm the person who takes a lot of time to answer texts. Not only because I have a life outside my phone, but because I forget about them. This is different. Sometimes I get a task, I think about an answer and go, oh, I didn't start writing. And then something happens over here, oh, okay, let me see that. And this happening here just disappears out of my mind. It's amazing. I don't know why my brain does it. And then I go, hey, that person didn't answer me, did something wrong. One time, I said happy birthday to my friend, and then she didn't answer me, and I was like, did I do something wrong? Like, was a happy birthday? Did something happen? It ought to be like a day or two, and then when I went to see it, I didn't press send, so that's completely my bad. But I don't understand why people get so anxious or angry where they don't receive an instant answer to their texts. People could just be busy, work hours, maybe they get sleepy, they need to rest, they're doing something else that doesn't involve their phones. I know that this is difficult to think about or even visualize in this era, but that happens. It's not anybody's obligation to answer a text instantly. Put that in your mind. It's not. Unless it's like an emergency, like a life-threatening emergency, or you are texting about work, that makes sense. Sabri, what about when you ask like a flirty question, you're being kind of flirty, and the person doesn't answer? You move on with your fucking life. They don't answer? Don't talk anymore. I don't understand. People get like, oh my god, I need a text back. I go, okay, we're having a conversation. That's it. Okay, I'll do something else entirely, even if it doesn't answer. Life goes on. I remember one time, and I'm doing this, like me a tiny kangaroo boxing. It's something that happens when I was being flirted with this guy, and we used to study and work, so my time was very occupied. And what was kind of pissing me off that he only started to talk to me when it was like the AM, like 1 or 2 AM or midnight or in the middle of the day. But I answered because the guy was pretty cute. I'll say. One day, the guy said, okay, wait a second. Now, when you say wait a second, in anybody's mind, I hope that I'm not that wrong, you're doing something and then you're gonna go back to the conversation, right? Please tell me I'm right. 8 hours passed. 8 hours. I went to work, I got back, then I went out with my friends, okay? Something probably happens, maybe an emergency. I'll just, do something else and wait for an answer. Then the guy texted, like, it was like 10 p.m., like, whoa! And that's it. They say, whoa! And okay, maybe he'll say the story of what happened, why it took that long to answer me, or something else. And okay, I'll just keep talking to my friends. The guy said, wait a sec, and then I answered, okay. I think I didn't mention that, but I'd say, the rest I said, okay, I'll wait. 9 hours later, he said, whoa! And we weren't really having the most deep conversation. What the hell do you answer to whoa? The guy said, from cold shoulder to cold shoulder, a guy loses his interest. I saw that message. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not giving this bitch a cold shoulder. I answered every single text. The guy disappeared for 9 hours. Says, whoa. When he comes back and is waiting for me to say what? To what? What would a guy expect me to say from that? You know what I answered? I answered, I have a life outside this phone and I have to live it. The guy then never texted me back. I wonder why. Sabri, you end up alone. Yeah, that's the plan. I'll be somewhere really old with a nice fake view because our nature will be gone and I'll be besties with my nurse. But that's not the point. The point is the guy that made very fast answers when himself weren't giving me fast answers. Like, it's okay for him to take 9 hours to text me, but I have to text him back immediately? Oh, fuck you! Wait, it's nobody's obligation to answer you at the time that you want. Normalize people having a fucking life out of their phones. I'm clearly very upset. My hands still hurt from that I made. Wait, that was this week's video. I'm pretty pissed now. I hate that I have to finish that pissed. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Like, the guy 9 hours to text me and then text me like, whoa, nothing. I'm saying not even a complete sentence, just very long exclamation. And I have to text him back immediately. I can't believe it. I can't be wrong. Anyway, there are more videos here. You can subscribe in my little face here. You can share this with a friend. You can help me decide if I'm wrong or not. Leave a like and there are more videos. I don't even know what to do. Bye.